box set, right? We have the Five Doctors. They're five. I think most people love the Five Doctors, and I really wanted to use the Andrew Skilleter illustration because that for me is so Five Doctors, right? Okay, the Five Doctors works, whereas the thing I was just talking about, Doctor Who: The Last Day, doesn't, right? Because this is over 12 episodes, so it's 6 hours long. This is 90 minutes long, which keeps you confined and has it give you one central driving plot, right? So on the disc, you get 3 versions. You get the original broadcast version. You get the 95, revamp, and you get the 40th anniversary edition. None of these are totally successful for me. What one would I go to as my default? I think I'll go to the 40th anniversary edition as my default version, even though I don't like the shape of the time scoop, right, in the new effects. That's the only thing that really annoys me in it. The triangular shape with the corner cut off, right, is so unbelievably iconic for the time scoop that changing that was a huge mistake. They also changed that on the 95 version, changing it into looks like Mr. Whippy, right? But some ice cream. Not that great. But look, solid script by Terrence Dicks, and you can really tell it's a solid script by Terrence Dicks. I would like to see what Terrence Dicks would have done with the King's Demons, quite frankly, because I find it hard to imagine Terrence Dicks not being able to come up with a solid script. All the Doctors get a good mention, right? Get a good part of the action. Even Tom Baker from the Sharda clips, right? Again, that's what I said about earlier. Why was John Nathan Turner so pissed off with Tony Virgo, the director of the King's Demons, because they lost the studio day because they couldn't get Chameleon to work? Why? Because John Nathan Turner can think his way around a problem. Right, and the way he thought his way around the problem was use the clips from Sharda and get a waxwork out from Madame Tussauds. And by jiggery, did it work? It so totally worked, right? He was a real presence in the story, right? But again, it's a very solid, well-defined story of like a mythical quest, essentially. Very frothy with lots of Doctor Who stuff thrown in. You get lots of cameos. I wish Fraser Hines could have made it for more than one scene, right? Because I would have much rather had the third Doctor with the Brigadier and the second Doctor with Jamie, right? Everybody here is clearly older than they were when they left. Everybody. And I'm fine with it, really. I guess that's the sort of bi-regeneration thing that could actually come in and help. But I don't really care that you have to do weird shenanigans with canon to make it work. Like, why does Patrick Troughton's Doctor go to? Oh, because it's season 5B, right? Why? Or season 6B, I should say. Why does John Pertwee's Dr. Golda? Well, probably the same sort of reason. Why does it look like Richard Hundell now? And what's he doing running around this garden? I don't know. But generally speaking, it's a lovely story. It's a lovely celebration of Doctor Who. Is it better than Day of the Doctor? I'm going to say yes. Right? In terms of celebration of yeah, I'm going to say yes. It's a more enjoyable story. It's like, look, I'm not that up on New Who right now, right? Because Sarby's just really killed it for me. And again, that's why I'm quite excited about Shooting Upward, because I thought his energy really carried it through. It got me, helped me shake off some of that again. But how long till we get some more obnoxious shit going all the way through it? But it's honestly, I think this is the if I'm looking at an anniversary story, I want to have something, a frothy celebration of Doctor Who. 5 Doctors is my go-to, right? It's my absolute go-to choice now, especially again in glorious HD. I hope at some point technology gets better that I can do my own version, my own edit. Because the 95 version, when the Cybermen walk across the chessboard inside Rassilon's tomb, is the best version, right? Because they wait till they get onto the chessboard before you start getting like this Captain Yates here. Before Richard Franklin, thank you. Before you get like the lightning come down and destroy the Cybermen rather than bad 1983 BBC computer graphics, right? And in the 40th anniversary edition, they didn't have that. They started firing before the last Cyberman got onto the board. That didn't make much sense. I think maybe when the Masters get zapped by the Thunderbolts, these Thunderbolts are everywhere, right? That line. They should have made them more look like Thunderbolts. So I would do that sort of stuff. But also I would make it widescreen because I'd like things to be very accessible to a modern audience. And if you can use AI maybe to extend the frame out, or you cut and pan and scan it, one of that I would totally make all the scenes on the exterior of Gallifrey to have that orange sky, right? I would absolutely do that. But that's my version of it. Tzvi Lebetkin says, Colin Archer, oh God, I just had a thought. How long before Russell T. Davis stands say that the older Doctors in the multi-Doctor stories are by... They say it already. That's 100% one of the things behind by generation, right? But the Doctors in the Tales of the TARDIS, that's all tied into by generation. Right? Talk about by generation. Fine. So let's get to the extras. You got lots of audio commentaries from the many releases. One had, I didn't listen to this one. I have listened to this one years ago, actually. David Tennant, Phil Collinson, Helen Rain? That's from 2006. Man, that must have been David Tennant was just starting in the role. Commentary number 1 is Carol Ann Ford, Elizabeth Sladen, Nicholas Courtney, Mark Strickson in 2007. Isolated music score, audio archive, interview with John Nathan Turner in 83. I love John Nathan Turner interviews, right? I so recommend that book, The Life and Scandalous Times of John Nathan Turner. It's freaking awesome, right? Celebration, I look back at the anniversary celebration of the making of the 5. Yeah, there's excellent making of. It was ported over from the DVD. Studio footage. I never watched that. I just bought it looks boring. Not so special effects. Edited highlights from the studio floor. Outtakes. The Ties That Bind. This was also ported over from the DVD. Examines the links to the program and the future, narrated by A.S.O. Paul McGann. Good narration. The narration did that pretty good. Late Breakfast Show. Death Zone. Dalek wins Easter Egg Award. Oh, that is great, right? It shows you... when the Daleks chasing the First Doctor, right, in wherever it was, in this mirrored underground cavern, right, and he goes, exterminate, exterminate, exterminate. So he kept screaming that, and they cut it. It was on for an extra minute or so. It's brilliant, right? Oh, I love it. You've probably seen it before. It's probably on YouTube. So that's Late Breakfast. I would show you a clip, but a copyright zapped me for it. Peppermint One, Nicholas Courtney, Mary Tan, Janet Fielding, Mark Strickson promote the anniversary. That's fun. Blue Peter, Peter David, Richard Hundell, and Monsters in the Studio. BBC Two closed down on the 23rd of November, 83. That's great. I love this archive stuff. I find it fascinating. Breakfast Time, promoting 5 Doctors, Children in Need, broadcast directly after the 5 Doctors. I remember that. Wow. Breakfast Time report on the 25th anniversary in the US. Saturday Superstore is a preview of the 5 Doctors. That was okay. That wasn't like that earth-shattering. More Breakfast Time, previewing the 4-part screening in 84. DVD Easter eggs, I can't remember what they are now. PDF archive, cliffhanger, cliffhangers and credits, like that's trails and continuity. Right, so that's disc 1 of it. You have disc 2, you got the 40th anniversary edition. You have 5.1 sound and another audio commentary. This one's a new one. There's Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Mark Strickson. I didn't listen to that. I really should. Look, it's already a recommend, right? Well, I can't recommend it anymore. Australian convention footage with Peter Davis, Sandra Dickinson. You know, I'm sorry they got divorced. So they really seem like a very kind of like happy couple. Penobscot Archive, I love this. Special panel featuring 4 doctors from 93. Man, I remember reading about that in Dreamwatch, right? Oh, Dreamwatch was great. That's back when we had good magazines. Messages in Space, Janet Fielding and Sarah Sarton visit Jodrell Bank for location for their In Conversation interview. Yeah, that's good. Again, watching them clown around is funny. So then the next disc, you got the 95 special edition audio commentary. This time Peter Davison and Terrence Dix. So now, fine. These are the last 2 things I had to watch before being able to review this, and they're both over an hour long each. These extras. First is Let's Go Dutch. So that was agony. That was turgid boredom all the way through. It's essentially Peter Davison and who is it? Mark Strickson takes Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, and Sarah Sarton back to Amsterdam. Look, the less you mention Arc of Infinity, the better, frankly, because that was the absolute low point of the season. It really was. So the less you mention, the better. And it was so they go on a tour of locations, and they're all kind of like curmudgeon-y. I can't remember if this is before or after COVID. I think this is right after COVID, right? And they say they don't want to run, but it's just really quite boring. And like an hour and 15 minutes, they have a lengthy conversation on the train. They could have whipped this down to 30 minutes, and it probably would have been much better. And at the end of it, they meet up with a Doctor Who boat ride, like canal barge ride, and so you have a bunch of Doctor Who fans there. One thing doesn't change, no matter how woke the times come, no matter how many, I've had an upgrade because I'm a girl now, or look at my beautiful daughter. What, the one with the giant dick? Yeah, that one. No matter how weird things get, Doctor Who fans always look like the weirdo farters, which is what they do in there. So I found that, I was looking forward to that. I found that a turgid slog, right? Absolute turgid slog. On the inverse of that, however, is Look Who's Driving. That's brilliant, right? That is brilliant. That's Peter Davison, Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton. They're on a trip to Germany for a convention, and they're driving there. And so Janet Fielding suggests to, I think, Russell Minter, my guess is who it is. Old media says there's no crypt behind the wall. Yeah, they talk about that. Chicks with Terrence Dix. Scarlett's God Wisen. That's very funny. I got to use that at some point. She just Russell mentioned that they film it, and it's brilliant, right? That is pure entertainment. Janet Fielding, Sarah Sutton, and Peter Davison together are always funny. And Janet Fielding, she didn't act much as Tegan, right? That is who she is, right? In fact, Tegan's probably a lot nicer than Janet Fielding. But she's funny, right? She is funny, and it's like their drive to this German convention. I found that a delight. Let's Go Dutch. Skip it. Do yourself a favor and just skip it. Oh, that was painful, right? It was really painful. Oh, really? Old Media says the Blu-ray makers might have used your recording of Doctor Who Celebration on Radio 2, as I sent them a copy. Oh, probably did, right? So you interviewed somebody a few years ago, not a happy actor. I'm not sure who you were talking about. Could be anyone, really. I really don't know. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.